So new puppy owners always want to play with their dog and they want to exercise them, especially if they have children. And the question is, how do you do that safely? Hi, I'm Debbie Cracker, the Executive Director of the Dog Alliance.
Hi, I'm Dr. Adriana Mendoza, Medical Director at Firehouse Animal Health Center in Leander. So along with diet, the other thing that's really important is exercise, just like us. Yes, we can eat a certain way, but our goal is to keep these guys active with their heart health, their joint health in an appropriate manner. Once they're adults, we'll figure out what's good for them as far as length. As puppies, we're building up that stamina, like we've discussed, with getting used to walks and making sure we're not harming them in any way when it comes to bony development. But yeah, it's so important that we are exercising these guys and not keeping them as couch potatoes.
Which I guess is why walking the dog is such a good thing. It's good for the human and the dog.
That's right. So I usually will tell my clients that they should be putting the leash on them in their home to feel that, as far as letting them without being tethered, truly being tethered, so they can walk around and get used to the snake that's behind them, and then go out in the yard and start practicing some, short leash walks. You'd mentioned the meandering and being able to follow a little trail. So doing enrichment that way and getting them used to the leash before the long walks when we know they're going to be healthy and fully vaccinated.
Something we like to encourage our puppy owners when they have puppies at 8, 12, 11 weeks old, the really young ones, is to take advantage of the fact that that dog has a strong bond with you and that dog is naturally going to follow. And so if you can teach them when they're little, when they want so desperately to follow you, what it's like, that it's highly rewarding to be right by my side, I give you treats, you look at me, I give you treats, they're gonna do it naturally at that stage. So if we reinforce it, then we just naturally grow up into walking on a leash and it's not a big deal. We've been doing it since we're little when it was natural, part of our development. Can you explain for our puppy owners how much is too much exercise and what are the risks of doing too much too early?
I think that every pup owner is going to really need to look at their puppy when they're going through exercise. Again, once we've graduated from outside in the backyard, because that's just simple meandering and, generally they'll go and lay down when they're done. But once we've graduated from that, I think it's really important that they're looking at their puppy's cues. Are they starting to pant? Are they starting to pull back on the leash? Are they laying down? That tells you that right there, that pup has done a little bit too much and we need to regroup, pick them up, go home, or stop and turn around.
Yeah, we even have a puppy stroller. Kind of funny and silly sometimes, but a wagon will work as well because you're tired. We want to take them with, but they get tired. We work with clients that have dogs of all different sizes and breeds, and it's kind of clear when you have a tiny, small dog that they're going to get tired out. But like a Great Dane, at 6 months, they're huge, and our clients think, oh, I gotta give this dog a long walk to exercise them. And I think that they don't always understand that there's a lot of development still occurring in that dog, even though the dog is big. What do you think about that? How do they protect those dogs' bones?
Yeah, absolutely. There are giant guys, so it seems like they're ready to go out and, conquer the world. But we do know that skeletally, their length is not fully developed until they're closer to 1.5 years, and then growth plates don't fuse until they're actually closer to 2 years. So we do have to be cautious with really high impact exercises, a lot of harsh running, jumping, hiking, things like that, and gradually at different ages get them up to that level until we know that, yes, this is safe, growth plates are fused, skeletally they're developed.
How do you know if a dog is overheated? What are the signs?
Yeah, the first thing is probably they're going to start panting, tongues start hanging out of their mouths, and they want to lay down. The fastest way for a dog to cool themselves is to cool their core, so they oftentimes come in and try and find a really cool floor for them to lay down. But they're going to stop walking, they're going to pull back on the leash and start panting heavily.
So lots of times our students will ask me about tiring out the pups. They want them to sleep occasionally or every once in a while, right? So some good ways to tire out the pups. You can make a kibble trail in your house or outside. This respects the fact that then they're getting exercise, they're outside, they're learning to be with you, but they're somewhere safe. And following that kibble trail through the house or outside, then their mind has to work as well. So that makes them even more tired. So that's one. The tug toy is a great tool for tiring out the puppy. Puppies like the tug toy as long as it's done safely. And then the third thing is that there's so many enrichment toys out there in the market that you can feed their kibble in a Kong, in some sort of thing that spins, something that they have to knock around the house to get the kibble out. That could entertain your puppy for 20 minutes. So
Absolutely, yeah. And even the basic training tips that you give students to be doing at home with them can, tire them out as well. Just a little training session, lots of enrichment, and then you'll have a sleeping puppy.
a lot of times when I'm working with families that have young children and they just adopted a young puppy, I try to explain to them that the puppy, if it's sleeping, you need to let it keep sleeping because they need so much sleep to grow and develop. And that just like a child, if they become overly tired, then they become crazy and they don't want to listen and they become very mouthy. How many hours of sleep do you think a puppy needs when they're growing and they're small?
Well, you're right. Puppies play hard and sleep hard, and they need that just as a child did and a baby did to develop. So, they might be up for an hour and need, a couple hours of sleep after that. Even in that 1 hour, they're getting so much stimulation and enrichment that they're going to be conked out for, 2 to 3 hours after some simple play like that. If y'all have any questions, please don't hesitate to call us or go to our website at firehouse.vet.
If you have any questions or want further information or you'd like to sign up for a class, go to our website at thedogalliance.org.